Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, tidak lama lagi kita akan memulai lomba ya. Alhamdulillah sudah hadir ibu-ibu tim juri, Ibu Ami dari UNJ, Ibu Faida Yusuf dari UNM. Kita tinggal menunggu Ibu yang dari UPI ya. Baik, ibu-ibu tim juri juga sudah hadir bersama kita, Bu Ipa, Bu Faida, Ibu Ami. Gimana kabarnya ibu-ibu? Sehat?
Alhamdulillah Ibu.
Alhamdulillah. Oke, peserta juga sudah hadir dari UNESA. Mbak Arwan, bagaimana kabarnya?
Puji Tuhan, baik Ibu.
Baik, Mbak Hasna, kemudian Siti Naifa. Oke,
Bu.
kurang satu ya dari UPI ya, Bu.
Iya, sebentar.
Oke, baik. Kita tunggu dulu teman dari UPI, kemudian nanti kita mulai. Kasih. Alhamdulillah dari UPI juga sudah bergabung. Barangkali kita mulai, Bu, ya, supaya mengefisienkan waktu. Baik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan selamat pagi. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Suara saya terdengar jelas, Ibu?
Jelas, Bu.
Ya, jelas.
Baik. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Tentu yang pertama-tama yang saya hormati ibu-ibu tim juri, Ibu Dr. Faida Yusuf, Ibu Dr. Ipa, Ibu Ade Dwi Utami PhD yang telah bergabung di eh, Zoom untuk kita langsungkan final round, ya, babak final untuk lomba 3 minutes on speech on education. Dan tentu juga yang saya banggakan adik-adik peserta, ya, yang sudah eh, bisa lolos ke babak final. Selamat buat semuanya, buat Ananda Gasani, Ananda Hasna, Arwen, dan Siti Naifa. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim, pada pagi hari ini kita sudah eh, berkumpul di sini, ya, dengan kondisi sehat walafiat, eh, untuk kemudian nanti kita akan langsungkan secara bersama-sama babak final, dan tentu kita tidak lupa bersalawat kepada Nabiullah Muhammad SAW yang menjadi suri dan tauladan kita sampai yaumul kiamat nanti. Baik, eh, ibu-ibu tim juri dan para peserta yang saya hormati, eh, seperti yang kami sudah sampaikan melalui WhatsApp bahwa untuk urutan tampil kita sudah lakukan pada saat technical meeting yang lalu, dan kami juga sudah menyampaikan bahwa yang nanti pertama akan tampil adalah peserta dari Universitas Negeri Jakarta, Saudari Hasna Fauzia. Kemudian yang kedua dari UPI, Gasani Awanis Hanifah Zahra. Kemudian yang penampil yang ketiga adalah dari UNESA, Saudari Arwen Cinya Nahum. Kemudian penampil yang keempat adalah Siti Naifa Aulia dari Universitas Negeri Makassar. Eh, Kemudian sebelum kita mulai eh, penampil yang pertama, mari kita buka dengan bersama-sama melafazkan Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mungkin sebelum saya mempersilahkan, mungkin ada hal yang disampaikan oleh ibu-ibu tim juri.
Oke, baik. Ini disiarkan langsung dari YouTube ya?
Ya, betul.
Oh
Eh,
ya.
Ya, di room chat sudah ada link YouTube yang kami share di situ. Oke, oke, baik. Kalau semua sudah oke, jadi untuk final kita pada hari ini, karena ini adalah 3 minutes, tentu waktunya maksimal 3 menit, ya. Nanti akan ada timekeeper yang menampilkan waktu eh, yang berjalan pada saat peserta melaksanakan pidato atau speech-nya. Oke, kemudian setelah peserta melaksanakan pidato atau speech-nya, nanti akan ada feedback selama 2 menit dari masing-masing tim juri. Oke, eh, nanti misalnya ketika dari UNJ, tentu yang saya persilahkan mungkin lebih dahulu adalah dari juri dari UNM, kemudian dari UPI, dan terakhir dari UNJ. Seperti itu. Begitu juga sebaliknya. Oke, mungkin seperti itu, ya, yang pengantar yang saya sampaikan. Mungkin kita langsung mulai saja. Saudari Hasna Fauzia sudah siap? Boleh cek sound dulu.
Cek, apakah suaranya sudah terdengar?
Ya,
Oke.
oke. Sudah terdengar dengan baik. Oke, timekeepernya boleh di ini ya di share screen. Oke. Jadi
Sudah mulai.
nanti eh, oke, tunggu dulu ya. Jadi pada saat mulai speaknya nanti time-nya langsung di ini dijalankan.
Gimana, Pak?
Oke, baik, untuk eh, penampil yang pertama saya persilakan dengan hormat dari Universitas Negeri Jakarta, Saudari Hasna Fauzia. Dengan ini saya persilakan.
Mungkin saya langsung mulai. Take a look at your phone. Do you notice that most phones now provide you with artificial intelligence or AI assistant? With a simple touch or a voice command, we can access a bunch of information we need. Chatbot AI comes as a new way to extract information that now also reaches in educational field. In fact, according to the Ministry of Communication and Digital here in Indonesia, 87% of students in Indonesia use AI to help them study. And a research done by IRPRMs found that globally, 53% of students in higher education use AI to make materials that they will be marked on. Have you realized that this convenience might actually spoil us? While chatbot AI does help us a lot to access a bunch of information with ease, it can lead to addiction and decrease intellectual skills if not used wisely. But chatbot AI help me absorb information and study materials better. Well, I know, but how about your curiosity? Do we sharpen our mind while using it? Have you ever thought about our integrity and ethics while using chatbot AI? On one hand, chatbot AI has tremendous potential to accelerate learning, while on the other hand, it can lead to a disaster. I'm studying educational technology. I'm learning how to integrate technology to make learning effective, so I explore a way to ensure an effective learning process in using chatbot AI. This study shows you how to use chatbot AI as a tool in education by applying deep learning concept to enhance learning. I propose 3 key strategies to apply deep learning for students while using chatbot AI. First, discuss. Engage in discussion as deeper into the information. Treat chatbot AI as your extremely smart friend. Discussing helps us engage in the learning process. Second, internalize. Absorb the knowledge and integrate it with the concept that you learned from your teacher or from the book that you read. This helps to integrate new knowledge that we just acquire with the knowledge that we already have to construct a new understanding. Third, personalize. Do not accept as it is. Transform it to something new, whether to your own word or by creating another form of word. This helps to train our creativity and ability to transfer knowledge. AI is a new era. In education, we must find a way to integrate learning with it. By applying deep learning concept to discussing, internalizing, and personalizing, we can incorporate chatbot AI to accelerate knowledge. We can use chatbot AI as a tool that enhances rather than replaces intellectual growth. I'm Hasna Fauzia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the performance of Hasna Fauzia. Yeah, okay, nice performance. Thank you. The next session is feedback ya, feedback dari ibu-ibu tim juri. Untuk kesempatan pertama saya silakan kepada Ibu Dr. Ipa. Silakan Ibu.
Ibu, Bu Fitri.
Okay, thank you so much, Hasna Fauzia. Thank you for sharing such a passionate insight about AI, and it reminds us all why we do what we do. So I only have one question for you. How would you answer that AI-based chatbot support critical thinking rather than just spreading up memorization?
Pardon, sorry, I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty. May I come on? Can you please repeat?
Okay,
Yeah, so sorry.
yeah. Let me repeat my question. How would you ensure that AI-based chatbot support critical thinking rather than just reading up memorization?
Hey, thank you so much for the question. So, for me, like what's very important when we use chatbot AI is not just the prompt, but it's what we do after we receive the answer. So that's why I enhance, like I like trying to deliver this speech because we need to apply this deep learning concept. So we don't just like, okay, receiving the answer or just copy paste it, but we still have a concept. We still learn it from teacher or from the book. We still do that. And then, but it's like enrich our knowledge. And then that's what chatbot AI is for, to enrich our knowledge. And then what we do, what very important is that when we receive the answer, we also try to discuss about it. And then we also trying to integrate it with the concept or with the knowledge that we already have. And then this is very important to turn it into something new. So it's like for like turning like using our own words, like or make some other things. For example, we make some slide representation or poster infographic with that information. So what very important is what we do after we receive the answer.
Okay, thank you so much for the excellent answer. Good luck for you, Asna.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for Ibu Dr. Ripa for the feedback. And then I invite Dr. Faida Yusuf. Please, time's yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's good. From Hasna Fauzia from UNJ. It's a great presentation, around 3 minutes. The first time I would you like to say congratulations for you. I have a question for you. It is about your topic. It's about deep learning concept for the use of chatbots and AI as educational tool to accelerate students' knowledge. So it is interesting, yeah, because this is the topic related for nowadays. So my question is, what is the motivate you to take this topic?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. So actually, this is like my concern for a very long time, even though before chatbot AI is like massive, like right now, back then we used like this brainly, we used to search everything to internet and then chatbot make it easier. But what I realized, it's my friends sometimes they become lazy, like the brain become lazy because of this convenience. So I'm very concerned about that. And then actually what motivated me is one of my lectures. So one time my lecturer is in one of his class, he mentioned this chatbot AI, like he knows that, okay, we all use chatbot AI, like, and then, but he say that don't just use it. We need to do this. Yeah, it's basically what I'm delivering, like discuss, internalize, personalize. So I'm trying to reword it. So yeah, he said that we can use chatbot AI, we can use it. I mean, it's make things easier, but don't just stop there. Don't just receive the answer and it's like that. We still need to use our brain, even though the answer is there. And yeah, I think because now our vice presidents also trying to promote the use of chatbot AI in education. And that's why I want to talk more about this, because it's not just how to type some prompt, how to, okay, then we receive the answer. It's not as simple as that. So that's what motivated me to deliver this speech.
Yeah, nice answering. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Bu Dr. Faida. The last, Ibu Ade. Ibu Ade Utami, PhD, time's yours.
Thank you, Ibu Nurhaida. And first of all, congratulations, Hasna, for your performance. It wasn't a good one. And reminding me like you're very young and all the participants in undergraduate. I remember back to my PhD doing this competition in international level. And then you guys are really amazing. And I would like to highlight just to support you if you want to elevate this performance. The first one, you got the data, and that's very strong when you mention the data, but the percentage, and then what brings you in this topic, and then base your answer. It is very like big issue now, like transformation into AI learning, and you also put the deep learning that I think very new to our educational practices. And then your picture really powerful there to show how the AI controls the mind. I would love to see that in your answer, looking at your picture, how you come up with this to explain your topic in your speech.
Pardon?
Yeah, can you explore like how you come up with this picture
Oh, okay.
that really powerful? Like it intrigued me. Okay, that's the AI. That's yes, we are controlled by the AI. And then, for example, as the lecturer, the student often use the AI just simply to finish the task in the class, and then we are now, I think, more to manipulating, but you have explained the 3 ways. And then would you like to explore more about your picture?
Okay, so the picture that I put here is like, of course, the AI, it's the robot. And even like I found a data that students use AI, even started from a very early age, from like primary schools. Like there's a data that shows, oh, that even primary school students also use chat AI, even though I'm not putting it because I want to more like focus on the higher education because we use it a lot more. And yeah, it can control us. But what's very important is we also control it. Like we still have this integrity to control ourselves and not get like fully controlled by AI. So we have to discuss, internalize, and personalize. That's what we need to do with the AI. And then yeah, this shows the data, like about like how this several people here started from primary schools, junior high school, senior high school, and even adult use AI. So this is like what I'm trying to put on the picture right here. So maybe that can explain a bit.
Thank you. Yes, if we can do the profession, I think all the profession, including our profession, students, teachers, lecturers in university, researcher, I think back to the using of AI. Thank you, Hasna.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Bu Ami, for the feedback and for the question. Okay, congratulations for Hasna. Thank you for your performance. Nice. Yeah, good luck. Okay, thank you. Okay, we come to the next performance. Dari UPI, sudah siap?
Sudah siap.
Oke. Baik. Oke, karena dari UPI dengan peserta Saudari Gasani Awanis sudah siap. Oke. Time keep up.
Di saya UPI belum muncul videonya atau hanya saya ya?
Sama di saya juga belum muncul.
Oh, oke, iya, benar. Masih blank hitam ya?
Iya.
Oh, sebentar, kamera ininya ada sedikit kendala. Sebentar.
Oke, kami tunggu. Boleh disiapkan dulu.
Ya, sudah terlihat.
Sudah terlihat ya Ibu-ibu ya? You ready?
I'm ready.
Oke. Suaranya terdengar jelas ya Bu Ibu Dewan Juri?
Yeah.
Oke. For the next performance, I invite Gasani Awanis Hanifah Zahra from UPI. Time's yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why so many children in Indonesia are still left behind in educations? Even after 79 years of independence and 11 curriculum reforms, more than 69% of disability children there have no access on educations, and 67,000 street children in 2020. Meanwhile, according to the PISA in 2022, Indonesia has ranked 70 in literacy and mathematics and 67 in science out of 81 countries. So, in my view, there are three main reasons for this. First, unequal access from the marginalized and disability children. Two, inequity of the teacher's quality. And three, learning methods in the classroom that have not relevant to the need of the working world. So, how can we transform education for Indonesia Emas 2045? Well, to answer this problem, I propose creating Education's Bridge. It's an inclusive program that combines digital website and community outreach. It connects students, teachers, government, industry, and marginalized also disability children with support from the Kemendikbudristek, Kominfo, the Ministry of the Social Affairs, and peers counselors. Okay, so the first approach of Education's Bridge in digital platform has interactive forum where students, teachers, and industry can action idea, digital webinar from the various fields, industry-based learning material to help students develop participant and relevant skills, and also have podcasts. Its name is Suara Mimpi from the marginalized and disability children. And the second approach, it has community outreach. It is have inspiring classes for street children and disability children, and also have poster competitions for giving them creativity. And also, to giving them support emotional well-being, I also to creating group counseling sessions. Okay, but to make education system inclusive, Education's Bridge it also have support points. So first, the government, it should be revised Law number 20 of 2003 to show education should adapt technology and society advancement, encourage inclusivity and empowerment for all children. And the second, budgetary functions to support inclusive teaching training and Education's Bridge program. Well, education is more than teaching and learning. It is cornerstone for the nation's futures. So let's move forward together to build equal educations and empowerment generations for a truly Indonesia Emas 2045. Well, thank you to all the inspirations. I'm Gasani Awanis, signing out, and the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much, Gasani, for your nice performance. Okay, the next session is feedback from jury from the first time I invite Ibu Ade Dwi Utami. Time's yours.
Thank you, Bu Nurhaida. Congratulations, Kasani, for your performance. So again, I will try to give some feedback that can elevate it. That's a good one. However, back to the 3 minutes thesis, the 3-minute speech. It's come from the 3 minutes thesis. This type of competition, because I do that in my PhD, and then we are adapted for the undergrad, and amazingly, the undergraduate can do this kind of a competition. And then the point is, the first one, it's the speech, not the presentation. What you have done, it's a presentation because you use your slide. The slide function is to support the speech with a powerful slide that we can see what you're talking about. That rather than that, you having here with a slide with the data and then the facts that you perform, and also your point of view. This slightly different. That's why you're looking at your slide so many times to show this one and this one. Actually, that's a little bit different with the 3 minutes, or the style of the 3-minute speech like this. And then so we are not presenting slide. We do the speech, and then the slide can help you to show what you're talking about. That's the point I would like to highlight here. And then I'm concerned. Actually, you have very good topic, the education bridge, and then in your script also trigger me. What does it mean here with the tagline? It's a good tagline. So I'm thinking, what does it mean actually by using education bridge there?
Okay, it's Education Bridge. I also made this platform for this answer main problems. And Education Bridge, I to make the interactive for creativity program with two digital platform and community outreach. It's for Education Bridge, specifically for children's disability and marginalized, and also for students to make their build critical thinking and to their have development of what need industry in this world.
Sorry. So I'm imagining you're gonna have like the slide of picture, the bridge from what before, and then what you're targeting to transform this with inclusivity and others, and then use that apps. I think you have your in your first or you also have the symbol of the application, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's in the middle as the in the bridge to bring what our current practices into the future practices that you implied in this text. I think it will be more interesting to see that images to support your speech. But by the way, congratulations for this achievement.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Ami. The next feedback, I invite Ibu Faida Yusuf. Time's yours.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, for guys, yeah, for UPI, it's I want to say congratulate for you. Have given your presentations around 3 minutes. It's really nice topic also. It is about education in Indonesia. Yes, step toward progress or stagnant struggle. So we see your performance just now. It's really amazing. And I have a questions for you. It is about what is it? About your in educations, about educations. Yeah, have you ever wondered why so many children in Indonesia are still left behind in educations? So could you explain to us?
Sorry, can you repeat? I can't hear.
Yeah. Yeah, just now you explained about the topic about the education in Indonesia. And my question is, have you ever wondered about why so many children in Indonesia are still left behind in education?
Okay, so in my topic specifically, in this in these problems, I speak on these three main problems about unequal access for marginalized and disability, and then how about inequality of teachers in schools, and then how to learning methods that in the school that doesn't have relevant for what needs of the working world, and then for this education bridge is the solution for these main problems. So for that questions in have you ever wondered why so many children still left behind? I also search for this perstance and then how street children in Indonesia and how PISA that's show Indonesia has ranked literacy and math and in science of 81 countries. So in this way, I concern to make this problem to my speech, and also I made this solution.
Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you for your answering. So yeah, you give presentations about the education bridge, yeah. So this is the kinds of the solutions of education in Indonesia. Okay, thank you very much for Gazani from UPI. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Faida Yusuf. The last, I invite Ibu Dr. Ipa to give a feedback or question. Time's yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Gasani, how do you feel right now?
It's a little bit nervous.
Okay, it's totally normal, yeah, but congratulations. And your speech left us with a powerful message that education truly shapes the future. So, for the first question, I want to know how optimistic are you with the Indonesia Emas in education?
I'm only to be really, for myself. It's how Indonesia Emas about any problems in Indonesia. Also, what people should be concerned about what kind of problem in Indonesia, and then why, and that there are some of people should be to find solution to get and bring for Indonesia Emas 2045.
So, are you optimistic with the concept
Yes.
of Indonesia Emas?
Also optimistic.
Okay, that's great answer. And the last question for me is, in your opinion, what is the one systemic change Indonesia needs most urgently to move from struggle to progress?
From me is creativity, critical thinking, and their have growth mindset. It's that 3 points why people should be have, because when they have something problems, people should be thinking and then concern what about kind this and that problem, and then have to answer to find that problem, and then to give something idea or give that problems or solutions. And for growth mindset, it's also have in everything people also student have to being to find solution when they have something problems.
Okay, thank you so much, Gasani. Again, congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Dr. Ipa. Yeah, congratulations for Gasani. Yeah, nice, very nice performance. Okay, thank you. The next, maybe we will invite from UNESA. Sudah bersiap ya?
Check, can you hear my voice? Is it
Okay.
clear enough?
Yeah, clear enough.
Thank you.
Okay. Timekeeper.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sorry,
Shalom,
sorry.
Om Swastiastu.
Sorry, Awen.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay, sorry.
We prepare for the time. Yeah, sorry. Sorry
It's
for the
okay.
crap. Okay. I invite Arwen from UNESA to give a speech. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu. Warm greetings to the honorable judges and fellow participants. My name is Arwen Cian Nahum Kahumanu, a student of early childhood education at the State University of Surabaya. Today, I want to share a solution-focused perspective on localization in early education technology as a driver of cultural diversity. As our nation becomes increasingly interconnected, integrating cultural diversity into early learning is essential for building an inclusive, respectful, and empathetic learning environment for our young children. Indonesia is home to over 700 languages and hundreds of ethnic groups. This rich diversity is a national strength, but it also poses challenges in building inclusive early learning environments. Many traditions and traditional arts are starting to be abandoned. Fortunately, technology offers powerful solutions to help bridge these cultural and linguistic gaps from an early age. So, how can we turn this potential into action? First, interactive digital platforms can introduce children to stories, music, and visual arts from different regions of Indonesia. These tools enable young learners to engage with diverse in playful and meaningful ways. Integrating digital tools in early learning environments helps children to explore and interpret their world, especially in cultural dimension. Second, virtual reality. Virtual reality can be used to create immersive experiences. Imagine young learners visiting Toraja houses in Sulawesi or witnessing a Balinese ceremony all from their classroom. This kind of experiential learning encourages empathy and deeper cultural understanding among young learners. Third, language translation apps can assist teachers and parents in communicating across linguistic backgrounds. In multicultural classroom, these tools reduce misunderstanding and help ensure that every child and family feels heard and valued. Fourth, technology fosters collaboration between schools and families. Through online forums, storytelling videos, or cultural exchange projects, families from different backgrounds can share their traditions. This will strengthen the classroom community while affirming each family's cultural identity. In conclusion, to nurture inclusive and culturally rich early education in Indonesia, we must embrace technology as a bridge that connects traditions, support communication, and bring communities together. By using digital tools thoughtfully, we can help young children to grow into citizens who honor their roots and celebrate the diversity around them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Arwen, yeah, for your performance. Very nice. Okay. The next session is feedback. The first time I invite Ibu Dr. Faida Yusuf to give feedback or question. Time's yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, from UNESA, Rahayu, yeah. So, the first time I would like to say congratulations for you for presentation just now. It's really amazing. So you present, and then I want to give a comment also. Your slides is really nice, and your outfit good performance.
Thank you.
And your topic just now about the globalization in early education, technology as a driver, culture diversity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to ask you, how can technology help preserve traditional culture among young children? Could you explain it?
Pardon, can you repeat one more time?
Okay, I repeat one more time. How can technology help preserve traditional culture among young children? Because we know in today's there are a lot of platform that given to the childrens to make their activities in technology. But in your presentation just now, you including about the culture. So my question is, how can technology help preserve traditional culture among young children?
Because we cannot avoid the digital and to learn and how to and how technology can help this with the all of the digital that we have. We in every school there's a lot of digital and technology stuff in our school, and we can use that to help the children to understand it better, because we know that we cannot just use the digital in our school, but the non-digital stuff, but we can also use the digital stuff. Like, for example, the virtual reality that I use here, we can use virtual reality to help children to learn about and explore Indonesia without going there. So like the way that I already told before, that we can use the virtual reality to explore and and learn it with the children, to know that, so can the children can know about our technology and our Indonesian better, without that we actually going there.
Okay. Okay, nice. So technology can help the children to know about the traditional culture, yeah,
Yep.
through the technology. Okay, I think nice. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Dr. Faida. The next feedback from Ibu Ade Dwi Utami. Time's yours.
Thank you, Ibu, and congratulations, Arwen, for your performance. And I would like the first, maybe starting with a question: what does it globalization means here?
It's a part of globalization and also traditional here. So globalization. So how can we turn globalization and traditional in together like that?
Yeah, actually, it's come from global and local, yes. And then what I found a bit missing here, which part of globalization you would like to put in your topic, because you give example more to about Indonesian content. From example, the tradition or culture from Sulawesi can be explored or experienced by the student at the same context in Indonesia. I think it doesn't represent localization in fully term, because if you put the term like what happening around the world, and then you can bring that to the children through your virtual reality, will be more appropriate for the example. And that's also comes from your slides. I think it is too complex to see. You have three main component, if I can say, right? The facts about the condition is starting with that part, if I'm not mistaken, and then the inclusivity, and then the world, what happened in the world. Like there's a map of Indonesia, I think more representative if you use a globe represent the globalization, and then how those images that you have in your slide now, the kids, the virtual reality, the inclusiveness can be transformed into one images that connect each other rather than separated images like that. I think it will be more powerful to support your presentation. And then again, I don't know, maybe you are quite memorizing in some part. It's even like it is very interesting. It can be enlightened with your specific expression, but maybe due to nervousness and others, you keep like go straight forward with your points. But I do love your conclusion, because while you closing it, it's like you perform with a style like this is gonna be the new ideas of solutions, something like that. So that's the typical of 3 minute speech on education, rather than memorization and then presenting the slide, but you talk to the audience to deliver your speech. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the advice. Let me answer the question. Actually, it's not only for the local or Indonesian, but also for global. So localization with global and local is mixing. So I also make it very convenient for the globalization, because we can use the online groups to collect all of the parents or other families in other background, because there's a lot of international schools also in Indonesia, and we also know in international school there's a lot of other families in other country. That's why we can use this also to help them to know about our country and know about their country also. Yeah.
Yes. I don't say about the impact, but more to what you have said. Is there any certain point that represent about the global around the world? You mentioned like that, the internationality. Is there any components or part of your speech? Because I don't think I can find it from your presentation, and also looking at your slide. Maybe, yeah, I missed some part.
It will be developed, but I guess the one that we can use it right now is use the online groups to help, and parents will teach their children to know about their culture and their friends' culture, and they will make a group, like a forums, online forums, and then they will share their cultural background together in there. That's what I'm going to do in this point, but in the future, we can develop it better.
Okay, yeah. I don't think you get my point. It is not about the further development. It's about what you perform today. So you don't have to clarify it like the globalization in that part. Like in the future, I will develop. No, it's nothing to do with that. But anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Ami for the feedback. Okay, congratulations, Arwen. Yeah, nice performance, nice feedback also. The next, I invite Dr. Ipa to give question or
Yeah,
feedback.
okay.
Time is
Thank
yours.
you. Congratulations, Arwen.
Thank you.
You've got the potential as a speaker, and keep sharpening your voice. It matters. I love the way you make your presentation. And I also love the term globalization, which is mixed from globalization and also localization. And I agree with Miss Ade said, you just need to explore and dig deeper about the term. So I have one question for you. Can you give me an example where technology in early education successfully preserve a local culture rather than replacing it? Can you give me an example?
Sorry, can you repeat it one more time?
Okay, I will repeat my question. Can you give an example where technology in early education successfully preserve a local culture rather than replacing it?
Okay, let me answer the question. So, in which early education can use the local culture? So basically, in my capability, I'm sure that there's a lot of schools also wants to learn about the local culture. So I will give them an advice that we can use the small technology or just use the videos and also teach them about the local culture with the technology that we have first. So like we can introduce them to the children that our local culture is very, we have a lot of traditions and traditional arts that we want to know them, we want to get to know it better in our school, and also that I already explained it before that many traditions and traditional arts are starting to be abandoned, which means that there's a lot of, in younger generation in schools, that we don't really use much of local culture, but we know exactly that the teachers and all the workers in the school, we make sure that we want to teach the children about the local culture better, and we can use all of the capability that we had to introduce them about our local culture first.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Dr. Ipa, for the feedback. Okay, again, congratulations for Arwen for your nice presentation today. Yeah, thank you. We will come to the last performance from Naifa. Are you ready, Naifa?
Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I need to see myself first as I'm doing this alone. I'm so sorry.
Where are you, Naifa? Okay, Naifa. Ini belum
Oh my
kelihatan.
God. Sorry, ma'am. I cannot hear you. Can I start?
Belum kelihatan ya videonya Ibu-ibu tim juri. Masih
Kalau di saya
Di,
sudah.
Oh, sudah ya?
di saya sudah, cuman slide-nya mungkin agak tidak jelas untuk saya.
Yes, it's too bright.
Yes,
It's too
exactly.
bright.
You
Yeah,
realize
it's too
that.
bright.
So, is there anything that make the TV move forward, or your screen?
I don't think the TV could move because it's tied into the wall, but maybe I could
Okay.
move it forward for the
Yes.
laptop.
So the laptop a bit move forward. Good.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, I think I still can't see the title, but maybe yeah, because you put so colorful thing in your slide, we can see now
Okay.
clearer than before. All right.
Well, let me try. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, juries.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to edit it now. It's time to perform. Yes, it just
All right,
let it be like that. Okay.
sorry. All right. Can I start? I could start.
Okay.
All
Are
right.
you ready, Naifa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please start your performance, your speech. Time's
All
yours.
right. Now you can't even see my face. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's talk about reading, because my title is How to Upgrade Yourself Throughout Reading. Now, we all know that we live in a technology era. We all know that we live in a story where we only scroll and scroll with the viral trends. We keep on watching 30 seconds video that is so interesting to us, and then we forgot our own tradition of reading. Now, this is what I've been thinking in Indonesia. Does Indonesian people doesn't like to read, or does the mechanism of the school who did not give or maybe delivered the right how to enjoy, how to feel interested in reading? Now, in Indonesia, we are ranked 65 out of 80 countries from the data from PISA 2022. Now, our nation has 270 million people, yet we are still at the 17.66% of highly literacy behavior of people. We have our creativity, we have our potential, we have our culture, but our people doesn't want to read. Now, this is our crisis today in Indonesia. In Indonesia, we raise a generation where that we want to read, but we don't know how it meanings. We know how to do text, how to read text, but we do not value it. Now, in the class, or maybe in school, we have so many students, but out of wonder. We have mind out of curiosity, but doesn't want to search for the answer. This is my solution. My solution is to read aloud. To read aloud every day, every school, every home for just 10 minutes so that we can feel and the student would know how it feels to have a storytelling by the perspective of others. Now, in other person's eyes, we have our own stories. We have our own chapters. Now, I want everybody in the community to actually support reading and build a community where a library is made for the young learners. The young learners could go to the library. We can go to the library. We know that Indonesia is trying their best to build a library. It's just that our people have an continuous mindset of reading. They like to read if it's interests them. But if they don't like how it written, of course, they're not going to read it. Now, we all need to have shared responsibility for this reading literacy, especially in Indonesia Emas 2045, we need it at our close. Thank you so much. I'm Siti Naim Faulia. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Naifa. Okay, for the last performance. Okay, the next I invite for the judges to give a feedback. The first time I Ibu Dr. Ipa, time's yours.
Yeah, okay. Naifa,
Yes, ma'am.
congratulations. Your words may last only 3 minutes, but the message you share has the power to inspire a lifetime of learning. So I love the way you present your ideas. Looking at your script, I only find one reference, and I wonder, how's the connection with your topic?
I'm sorry, ma'am. What was the connection in the topic?
Yeah, with your topic. Your topic is
yes.
upgrade yourself by reading, and I only find one reference in your script. Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
clarify about that?
Okay, ma'am. So the reference from Sukmayadi is, I really like his research because he talks about how the low literacy of Indonesia, and he actually know that 15-year-old literacy in Indonesia has a really low percentage in PISA's 2022 2015 data. And I tried to find another reference, but I don't think it's more suitable to my topic. Maybe there is, but I'm so sorry for just giving you one reference. And I know that was my mistake for not putting more. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. The last question from me is, what would you say to someone who argues that videos and podcasts are more effective than reading in today's learning landscape?
Yes. Now, of course, we're not going to forget about that. There's some other people who knows how to, like, who likes it better to watch a video other than reading, Like for me, myself, I'm a visual learner and I really like to listen and to watch things. But we should not forget why books are made. We still need to know how it feels to read in a book because you don't want to hurt your eyes while you are reading, or maybe you don't want to lose your eyesight while using the technology like phones and laptop for a long time, especially if you really like reading. Digital literacy is really important, ma'am, but we still not forget why traditional literacy is important too in our history.
Okay, great answer. Thank you so much and
Thank you, ma'am.
success for you. Congratulations, Naifa.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Dr. Ipa, for the questions and the feedback. The next, I invite Ibu Dr. Ami. This time,
Okay. Thank you, Ibu Nurhaida. Congratulations, Naifa, for your performance. And I do agree with what Ibu Ipa said, a bit contradictory with your presenting the reading, but we look for diverse references in your manuscript. But however, we couldn't find it. And then the second one, the current style of reading, it is a good topic, but if I'm imagining with your slide, it's because you started with the people who doesn't like reading. It's kind of like the evolution. People read with the sad or doesn't like expression, like that, and then you move forward because you want to support with the read aloud. It is not quite new, but what's the newest thing? Maybe, for example, the transformation of reading itself. It doesn't have to with the real book. For example, Kindle is also about the reading. So it's an options to do, like enjoy reading, because you remind me to my son, like he made one of poster for reading. It's like he's standing on the book and then says, reading is my superpower. You see how the kids enjoy the reading, but do not limit that with the style of traditional reading, because we cannot avoid the exposure of technology here. But you create an option, like I said, an evolution of reading from what I've been saying, like people with doesn't like dislike expression of reading, and then they amazed about the book, and then they try to interact with the book, and then reading with the Kindle, reading with the books, reading from I don't know, like representing digital literacy. I think it will bring more what you're trying to do, your message with that kind of with that kind of images. And then I remember your video before. It's more natural, but this time you're cutting words a lot. I don't know, because of nervousness. And then you mentioned now 4 to 5 times. It's like, come on, you keep repeating that. But however, you are alive with your performance. I do like that. But just make sure that's why the script is important, to avoid that repetition. Like now you mentioned you use that transition to move to different part of your speech, but trying to do in different way to minimize the repetition. And then the that's a trick, because of course during 3 minutes it's quite long. How you can cut words and then make it like more natural than like this, and then because it's very quite obvious to see that in your performance this time. So I think try to practice on that. But however, all the undergraduate participants now, like, you nailed that. You just have to polish this performance. Congratulations, Aipa.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Dr. Ibu Utami, PhD. The last feedback from Ibu Faida, Dr. Faida, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for inviting me in the last, yeah. This is the last presenters from NAIFA. So yeah, the same for the first, second, and third. I want to say also congratulations for NAIFA have presented your topic. Yeah, your topic about upgrade yourself through reading. So
Yes, ma'am.
it's really nice topic because yeah, it's relate for nowadays also. Um, that's reading is the important thing for ourselves and especially for the children. But I want to ask you, Naifa, um, do you agree if there is a sentence like um, nowadays is reading is the usual reading is usual that's the um, the things that the important is meaning in the reading when we read the text just read but there is they didn't get the meaning so what about my sentence.
Okay, ma'am. So you're asking about how to process answer from the statement that you just said, where there's a student who think like maybe what was it again? What was the question? I'm sorry, ma'am. Maybe
Yeah.
like when you're asking, they only understand the meaning and they read usually, and they only understand the meaning, but do they actually reflect on what they read, ma'am?
Yes,
Is the important
there
thing.
is no deep.
How they progress the reading. Let's say they read about historical or maybe philosophy, or maybe young learners read about emotional intelligence, maybe the emotion of sadness, the emotion of anxiety, the emotion of depression. Maybe they understood what the meaning of sadness, what the meaning of depression, what the meaning of anger, what the meaning of happiness, but do they actually reflect and progress to upgrade themselves, to enhance themselves, to know about the emotional intelligence that they already read? That is what I think, ma'am, from my speech.
Okay. So thank you, Naifa, for your answer. I appreciate your answer in advance. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much for the feedback from Ibu Dr. Faida. Congratulations, Naifa. You can hear my voice, Naifa?
I can hear you now, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Naifa. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, this is the last performance for our final round today. Thank you. Maybe for the last, we appreciate for the all participants, yeah, Naifa, and then Gasani, Arwen, and Hasna with the nice performance today, ya. Congratulations again. Selamat, ya. Jadi insya Allah semua sudah juara nih ya, Mem ya. Tinggal nanti mau dilihat urutannya, ya. Oke, terima kasih untuk penampilan yang luar biasa pada hari ini. Ya, terima kasih Ibu-ibu tim juri atas feedback dan pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang telah diberikan. Insya Allah ada hal-hal baik ya, ada yang tentu menginspirasi dari proses-proses yang telah kita lakukan, mulai dari awal sampai performance Naifa yang keempat ya. Oke, baik. Selanjutnya mari kita menutup kegiatan kita untuk pagi ini ya. Sekali lagi terima kasih dengan bersama-sama melafazkan alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Oke, alhamdulillah tidak ada kendala yang berarti pada kegiatan kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih Ibu-ibu. Mungkin adik-adik peserta boleh live ya. Oke. Terima kasih semuanya.
Terima kasih.
Untuk
Oke, thank you.
ibu-ibu Dewan Juri mohon jangan lift dulu, Bu, Ibu.